Welcome back to Inner Thoughts of a Black Woman. As you guys heard about the title, today we're going to be talking about Black people and materialism. Now, I know that I may get some pushback from this. I know many people are going to say, like, well, dang, what's wrong with buying yourself something nice? Like, I work hard, I've accomplished different things. What's wrong with me wanting to spoil myself? There's absolutely nothing wrong with buying yourself something nice. There's absolutely nothing wrong with spoiling yourself. The focus of this video, the main focus of this video, I want to focus on celebrities and I want to focus on influencers. I want to focus on Black people viewing themselves as worthless. I want to focus on designer brands that we spend thousands of dollars on that are racist. I want to focus on we spend more money on materialistic things than creating any institutions, rather grocery stores, schools, banks, etc. Black people, they don't want to admit this, but they have a desire to be liked by whites. And we will not support a Black-owned designer brand as we would a white-owned designer brand. And it's the truth. I want to dive into all of these reasonings that I have listed because I think that it equates to the obsession with materialism. Let's get into it. The first topic that I want to dive into is Black celebrities and Black influencers. And I want to correlate that to Black people viewing themselves as worthless, right?
Black people look up to celebrities as leaders, our community leaders. That's what y'all worship. Companies will take Black celebrities and use them as the face of the brand. So people confuse them as being the owner of the brand. You rarely see the true owner. So like even with the Diddy and Ciroc situation, Diddy never owned Ciroc. Diageo, the brand, owned Ciroc vodka. Diddy was just basically, he was the mascot for the Ciroc vodka. Everybody want a liquor brand. What is liquor doing for our community anyway? Why he ain't investing in like coffee beans or some organic fruit and food, agriculture? You can't even think of a business plan when you drunk and out of your mind. You can't even make conscious decisions when you just gone off liquor all day. Other races are actually capitalizing off of us. They using Black people to market towards Black people, but we're not owners. That is not wealth for us.
Because we all know that Black celebrities, they love big diamond chains, nice cars, big mansions, shoot, Jordans, right? Same for Black influencers. They love shopping, spending money, buying things, right? The reason why I want to correlate these two is because designer things and materialistic things to Black people is nothing but a status symbol. Because we're not really free. We're still mentally enslaved. So, in order for me to feel like I'm worthy enough, I need to surround myself with the symbols of freedom. I don't want to take the action to actually become free. I just need to surround myself with the symbols of freedom, right? So, what do we see our Black youth do? Shoot for Jordans. Spend our last to impress people we don't even know. Running into Chanel stores to get a purse that just dropped. Robbing each other because you have something that I want. All because it's materialism. It's materialistic. We're arguing, killing each other over a white brand who doesn't give a damn about us. And the problem that I have with celebrities and influencers is because they're so out of touch with reality, they have no clue or no idea what's going on, nor do they care about it. They don't know what's going on with the average Black family. They don't know what's going on with the average Black family on Section 8 or the average Black family that's homeless or the average Black family who has no food on their table. They don't know, right? Because all they care about is you listening to their music to feed their pockets.
How long you been rich, nigga?
8 years.
You've lost touch with reality.
I feel like kids nowadays just got so much more resources and
no,
money.
they don't, homie. If you look at the starvation statistics in America, more kids will go hungry in America than anywhere in the world. More kids are eating at school than they are at home. I don't know what resources you talking about more kids have.
Well, I'm just talking about right now in current society. If you look on social media, I'm not in there.
Hold on. But see, you speaking from social media,
right? That's all I can speak on.
Community, the schools, the kids. kids. See, I'm not up here with y'all, homie. I'm trying to climb up here. So the thing that I'm saying, I'm bringing from the bottom to y'all up here. You saying, well, homie, most kids don't have resources.
Well, I'm just speaking on
Even on social media,
problems.
because social media is a facade. You never see somebody on social media say, boy, these my last $2 right here. They go come show you when they got their 500. You never see nobody on social media say, man, here go the disconnect notice, man. I gotta pay these light bill by Friday. I'm 2 months behind. Social media show you the happy side. But if you look at the real statistics, homie, nah, kids don't have a lot of resources.
The problem that I'm having a hard time understanding is, why don't we support our own brands as much as we support white people's brands? Like, we will shoot, kill, and rob one another for a white man's name, but when it's time for Telfar to go buy a Telfar bag, or, you know what I'm saying, all these other black designer brands that are big as well, we will suck our teeth. I ain't doing that. Or what have they done for us to make me go buy their brand? Or that's too expensive. Now all of a sudden it's too expensive, but when you want to go buy a $3,000 Chanel bag, you have the money for it. This is the problem. It's obsession. It's obsession with white people and the things that they have. Because why is the white designer brand better than the black designer brand? It's all just fabric. I'm not understanding. I was having a conversation with my mom a few weeks ago regarding black people and materialistic things. Me and my mom have different views on basically everything, but we were having a conversation and I basically stated there's no difference between a regular Hanes shirt and a regular Ralph Lauren t-shirt, right? And she told me, absolutely, there is a difference. It's a difference between the material. It's a difference between the experience you have wearing the Ralph Lauren versus the regular Walmart Hanes shirt. And you should be able to afford luxuries as the white people. That's what she said. Two things that I responded and said. I said, Ralph Lauren and the Walmart Hanes shirts, there's no difference because they all come from the same manufacturer in China, right? The only problem is one has a brand on it and the other one says Hanes. Second thing I said, when did white people become the standard of success? When did their luxuries become the standard of luxury? When did their freedom become the standard of freedom? So I'm worthless because I don't have the luxury that they have, or I'm worthless because I don't have a Ralph Lauren shirt on and I have a Hanes shirt on. That's brainwashing and that's obsession. Because there's no difference between a Hanes shirt and a Ralph Lauren shirt. You know why? Because all of it is just the name. Which led me to think, my mother's just like that too. She has the slave indoctrination that white people are better. Anything that white people have is better, whether it be their clothing brands, their cars, where they live at, the way, everything.
Let's talk about internalized racism. Internalized racism is the conscious or unconscious acceptance of a racial hierarchy, which says that white people are at the top of the racial pyramid. This can include internalized acceptance of racial stereotypes, adaptation to white cultural standards, and thinking that supports the status quo, like denying that racism even exists. Obviously, this is very problematic, but if you were a person of color and you grew up in America, there's a high likelihood that you've internalized at least a little bit of racism. Now, this isn't your fault because we grew up in a community that consistently denies the oppression that we all face. But here are some questions that you can ask yourself to help you overcome and understand your internalized racism a little more. What are some beliefs that I hold about myself versus other people of color? What are some beliefs I hold about myself versus white people?
A few months ago, it was reported that the owner of Crocs was caught saying the N-word in an airport, in the LA airport, to a black person while they were arguing. Oh, but that's not all. Gucci was caught being racist, Prada, Balenciaga, Chanel, all of you guys' favorite brands, Michael Kors, all of them caught, whether it be recent or years ago. There have been evidential proof that these brands have been racist, whether that be blackface, whether that be the owner saying racial slurs. Even the owner of Lululemon stated he didn't even create his brand for black people or Asian people. That's why the name of the company is called Lululemon, because he didn't think Asian people could pronounce it. He said he didn't create Lululemon clothes for black people, and yet we still go rush to buy a $128 jacket. We still have a desire to want these brands that were created by white people when they're telling you in your face, I don't want you wearing my stuff, I don't like you, and I have, you know what I'm saying, I don't want you in my clothing. Okay, now we know these brands are racist, right? Why we still going there? Why we still saving the money from our check to go spend our last on these Jordans, these Chanel bags, these Mercedes Benzes? Why? We would rather pour more into them than pour more into our own community. Why? No schools, no banks, no grocery stores, nothing. We wouldn't even drive 30 minutes to go to a black-owned grocery store because the white-owned grocery store is 5 minutes away. That's so pitiful to me. We would prefer to go up the corner to Walmart or Kroger than to drive 20 to 30 minutes to a black-owned grocery store. Now, some people may say, now, why would I do that if that grocery store is closest to my house? It's not about it being closest to your house. It's about supporting the community. Stop being individualistic. You supporting Sam's, you supporting Walmart, you supporting Kroger. What's wrong with you supporting us? We have to remove our mind from individualism. You over there pouring into their community while they helping each other. They not helping you. What they doing for you? What does Chanel do for you when you go and spend a purse for them? I mean, when you go and spend money on a purse, what do they do back? Nothing. They gonna keep being racist. Then it'd be so crazy because so many black people be so shocked when they find out that a big known brand, designer brand, is racist. Like, what did you expect? These brands were created in the 1800s. And it wouldn't even baffle me if these same brands and this same family owned slaves. But we're not even ready for that conversation because so many black people would say that's so long ago and I'm still gonna buy it. You see what I'm saying? We don't care. It's a status symbol. As long as we can look good. And to be honest, to me personally, I don't even think it's about looking good for ourselves, right? I think it's to look good in front of white people. Because you can wear something from Walmart, or you can wear something from the thrift store, you can wear something from anywhere, and look good in it. It's not about that. It's a status symbol, right? To white people, yeah, I got the same thing you got, so I'm where you are. But the problem is we shouldn't be trying to get where they are. They're not the level of success. When did they become the standard of everything? They're not the standard of nothing. For example, if Black American culture is the culture of the world, how are they the standard of success? We are. We create everything. We're the blueprint of America, and yet we're so desperately trying to be like them. Make that make sense. Why don't we support our own brands? You practically have to beg the black community to go buy from a black brand, but you never have to beg them to go buy for a white brand. The white community's brands don't even pander to black people, and we still go rush and buy it. Make that make sense. Now, I want to reiterate this point, and I made it at the beginning of the video. There's nothing wrong with buying yourself something nice. There's nothing wrong with spoiling yourself. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I work hard and I really want to buy this. There's nothing wrong with it. I just don't want that to be our focus. I don't want materialism and consumerism to be our focus. Buy, right? I want us to focus on the black community, black liberation, black power, black freedom, right? I don't want us to focus on spending our last to go buy from a brand who doesn't even pander to us, who doesn't even care about the black community, who doesn't even want us to buy from them. I want us to stop being so individualistic, and I want us to come together.